Hello again, viewers, and greetings, fellow space travelers. This is Thorn of Night, and welcome to the first episode in this new random generated world for 7 Days to Die of the first episode of Season 2, as it were. For those of you who are new, the last 14 episodes I was doing the work in the original Navezgane map, and I basically got some sort of weird thing that happened with my save game and was incapable of just normally spawning zombies, and it made it kind of pointless to really do much of anything on the map. So I decided to start from scratch. I blew up my original base, and here I am. Brand new world, all kinds of possibilities, and the first thing that I'm going to need to do, obviously, is get a stone axe. I think this gives sticks. Yep. So let's go ahead and change those over. There are a few zombies around me, and actually, I kind of like the fact that it spawned me in the woods. This is a nice little spawn area, but I'm going to definitely want to try to figure out where some of the roads are and some of the nearby features, but that'll probably have to wait until after I have gotten some sort of base laid out. And if you're wondering why I'm gathering these red flowers, it's because I want to have a good supply of food. And, oh, really? There's a hornet already? Let's see here. You're going to probably buzz off to the side. Oh, lag. Come on. Come in. Really? Okay, while you're doing that, I'll go ahead and get those crafting. There, that works. 4? That's awesome. Play keep away from the zombie. Get over here. Alright, got that. This. That. This. Stone axe. Let's get this ball rolling. Hello. You can't get me. And also, this is with the I guess version 9.2 is what it's at. Mechanics where you can get stunned, you can get broken legs, and you can drown. A whole bunch of other stuff. Oh, where's this new voice? You. Go there. Get me some sticks. Oh, this has sticks. Alright, so I need to figure out what sorts of features there are in the area. And in order to do that, I'm going to need to do a bunch of running around. So I think before I get too far into just boring you with start of the game resource gathering, I think I'm going to find out where the closest road is and go ahead and get my crossbow put together here in a bit. When I'm ready to do the crossbow, I will be back and let you know. But until then, I'm going to go ahead and cut here and take a look around. So I will be right back. Alright. After having explored, basically walking down the riverside, I managed to find a road. And I've gathered enough resources to go ahead and craft a crossbow here, so I'm going to go ahead and get that going. fantastic early game weapon for this. Now, this is a random gen world, and as far as I know, there aren't the little cities like Deersville or Deerfield or whatever that there are on the Navezgane, or however that's pronounced, map. And that's rubbish. And basically, the except for the city, the main city, which there may be more than one, uh, it's kind of hit or miss whether there are going to be any buildings along any given stretch of road. And on the Navezgane map, you could walk a good long distance before you found a building. However, though there seem to be a few more features in my exploring, uh, on some stretches of road there can be nothing for a very long time. So I'm going to hopefully be able to find some sort of structure. If not, I might have to dig a hole in the ground and put a piece of dirt above my head. But I definitely don't want to spend the first night in the middle of the city, which is why I was more interested in looking for a road to get away. I have not encountered any cars on any of the random gen roads. I found some in parking lots of buildings, but on the roads themselves, nada. So that is one thing that I'm going to have to basically watch out for, is if I see a car, that means there's probably a building that's supposed to be there, or maybe there are some features that I'm just not aware of yet. Let's go ahead and put this down here and make some of these crossbow bolts real quick. Get a little bit farther away from Mr. Hopalong. And get some more sharp stones crafting. Equip the crossbow. Put the first bolt in it. And now I'm good. I've got 5 crossbow bolts. Now, there was something I wanted to point out. Here, let me go ahead and take care of him. Oh, that went right above your head, huh? There we go. Loot the corpse, loot all the things. Ooh, glass jars, that's nice. These cliff sides, which usually surround creeks, you will more than likely notice different colors of dirt. And that's because, as of the more recent updates to this game, you cannot get clay, which is used for making molds, by just digging regular dirt here. You have to get this red stuff called, which is where the clay is, and I think you can only get clay from it. With the stone axe, let's see here, let's see how long this takes. Not too long. You get some clay, there we go. Didn't get any dirt from that. So that's the thing you need to watch out for. Of course, 1 clay will get you enough of the lumps of clay to make a mold. So that's good. Let's climb up here, see if there's anything that I can spot. Okay, we've got a series of golf hazards. Wonderful. Where's all this walking? Oh, hello. 2 headshots. Awesome. Do want to watch how far I fall. So I'm going to wander down this road a bit and see if I can find any sort of building along the way, and show you what's going on with the random gen buildings, because they have changed things up a little bit. I'm also wanting to get a little bit of food. So I'm going to wander around, do some exploration, find out what structures there are nearby, and then maybe find a place to settle on for home. So I'll be right back. Alright, well, this looks promising. And that's convenient enough because, well, it's 1900 hours and approaching the time when zombies are most dangerous. Get some stuff here. Let's see here. I think this one's probably going to be safer in the long run. But for the purposes of just hiding out for the evening, I'm just concerned about the roof. I can deal with the inside later. There is roof access somewhere, isn't there? Maybe from the inside? Yes, I know you know I'm here. Is there no roof access? Maybe there isn't. Huh. Let's check the one across the street. See what the roof looks like over there. And everyone I run past is going to know I'm here because if you look in the bottom left of my screen, you will see a nose. And that means I'm carrying something that emits a smell which will attract zombies. Hello. No roof access here either? I thought the gas stations and stuff had roof access. Maybe it is from the inside. Alright. Time to deal with the undead then. Well, I thought you would bob your head in that direction. Guess not. The crossbow is infinitely wonderful for taking on the frozen lumberjacks, male and female. Hello. Oh, you're making that noise. Okay. As well as the bloated guys. You know what? I have enough bolts. Nothing. Alright, well, let's take a look inside, see what's in here. Because I am going to need a place to stay for the evening. First off, one thing to note about these random generated structures is the doors are going to almost always, by default, be barricaded. Oops. I need to get in. Come on. Choppy choppy. Let me in. There we go. And this room, no. One of these rooms, maybe this one will have the ladder. I want to get on the roof. Come on. Break. Break. Well, that's not the roof. Takes painkillers. I don't see a ladder anywhere, and that's problematic. Let me look around. Yeah, it's just another bathroom. Huh. Well, that's mostly unpleasant. Maybe there's roof access from in there. But you know what? It's getting nighttime. And, oh, I bet it's in here. Or not. No ladder. I'm going to have to survive the night, so wish me luck. I'll probably be hiding in the bathroom. But there is one thing I wanted to do real quick. I, through some different loot bags, was able to get some gloves and some chest armor. They're cloth, so they're kind of cheap. But I am carrying around something that stinks. And in order to not stink as much, I'm going to make a chest. Even if this isn't going to be my final home, which it won't be, I need a place to put this stuff. So, I'll put the chest right here. Put that in there. And you know what? Sleeping bag. I have enough cloth fragments to do it. I was collecting cotton in order to get enough cloth fragments. You need a total of 12 cotton. I have plenty of cotton there. But I want to set my spawn point in case something absolutely horrible happens. So, I'm gonna hide in here and I'll hopefully still be alive in the morning. Talk to you in just a bit. Alright, so for right now it seems like they've mostly lost interest in me. So I'm going to take advantage of this time to go ahead and craft a couple of things. One, since I'm going to need it anyway, probably will be making another one later, I am going to make a campfire. Like so. And second, I need a forge, which requires the short iron pipes. I got them from, let's see, I got 2 from, I think, a trash pile and 2 from a corpse just earlier, so that's all you really need to know for getting started. But if you don't know that you need the short iron pipe, which can be gotten from a corpse or from just hunting around, or like for instance an air conditioning unit, you're going to be lost, because otherwise you need a forge to make ingots, to make bars, to make the pipes. So important to note, you can find the pipes as is just wandering around, so keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and craft that guy. I have been accumulating these oil canisters or bottles or whatever, because I am eventually going to need to make some weapon repair kits. Not quite yet, but I will. I have a hunting rifle part here and here, 2 different parts. Not enough to actually make a hunting rifle, and I'm pretty sure I don't even know the recipe for it yet. Let's find out here in just a moment. After that's done being made, let's see here. Hunting rifle. Oh, I do know how to make it. I just am missing, I presume, the barrel. I found both of these things from just random trash piles and backpacks and things laying around. So the parts can be found. I did not realize that the hunting rifle was one of the things that can be made right off the bat. That's kind of cool. But it is only 2:30 in the morning, and I need to just wait until 7:14. So I'm going to just stay as quiet as I can. Try not to dehydrate by not moving around. And then it's off to see if I can find a place to call home. Probably in that wooded area, but I do want to at least find some sort of structure that I can uses a secondary base that's somewhat nearby, and I really don't like the this setup here without access to the roof. Maybe I can make some ladders later, but that'll be later. Anyway, I'm going to finish off the night. I'll be back. Well, here's a bit of good news. I'm in one of the two bathrooms here, and it turns out the bathroom has roof access, which is disturbing in its own right, but here I am on the roof. I have roof access. That's awesome. Not going to do any hunting around in any of the containers because that will make sound which will attract bad guys, but I'm up here, and that's what's important. Hopefully I'll be able to find some good stuff in here, but I'll be back in, about an hour-ish. So talk to you in just a bit. Okay, it is now morning and relatively safe, and I went ahead and looted all the stuff on the roof. Nothing really of any consequences, of any useful consequence up there. I got some metal, that's about it. I did go through the cabinets in the bathrooms, and I found a couple things, including some blood bags, which are great for some last-minute, some last-ditch effort health and fullness and hydration, but it takes a while to get a bunch of those set up manually, and I don't even have the tool for it yet, so I can't really rely on blood bags at this point. I did find some coffee, which will help me dig later, but again, that's a later on thing. Also, I managed to break through the barricade to come into this little office. So far, nothing really important, but there are these bookcases which house usually at least one or two books, and the books are useful because they will teach you how to craft certain things you don't necessarily already know how to craft. Like, for instance, this will teach me how to do... Well, I already know how to do the pistol itself, but I think... Let's see here. The pistol ammo should be 9mm ammo. Let's see if that shows up. So read this. Got 3 new recipes. No 9mm ammo. That's right. And then we've got... What is this? Urban Combat. Shotgun. I think I already know how to make those things, though. Then we've got 44 Magnum rounds. That's nice. And then finally, a safe, which takes a full 15 seconds to open. Hopefully, there will be an entire gun in here and some ammo to go with it. If not, then there should at least be gun parts. Maybe even some books. There are some books. Buckshot. And I can make leather armor, or leather itself. Hunting rifle barrel. That's nice. And 44 Magnum parts, which I might have to hold on to those for now. So let's go ahead and read that. And that. There we go. 44 Magnum bullets. I now know how to make those. I also have the ingredients. You might be able to see the difference in color here. This is a duller color than this one. I now have all the parts required to craft a hunting rifle. However, I do not have any hunting rifle ammo, so that's unfortunate. Actually, why don't I just go ahead and make a couple of these. Clear out some inventory space. Actually, I guess it doesn't really clear out inventory space. I could use that. That should work. Alright. Got a hunting rifle. No ammo, though, so it's kind of pointless at this point. I do have a bunch of bullet casings. Once again, won't do me any good unless I can actually craft the bullets. So go ahead and do this. Finish it up. You can do it. There we go. And the hunting rifle can be scrapped for metal later on, but I'm not as concerned with that at the moment. Can scrap that. I don't really need the lead just right now. As a matter of fact, let's put the lead in there. I'll just remember that the lead is here, hopefully. Or maybe I'll never even visit this place. But now I need to figure out a place to actually call home. I'm going to leave this sleeping bag here as my spawn point. You can see that there's a little house icon. Here, let me get away from it so you can see it better. And that says where I will respawn, and it shows up on the compass down in the center of the screen just above the hot bar. You can see the compass spinning around, and when I look straight that way, I'm looking directly at where my sleeping bag is. So that's one of the ways that you can set your spawn point. But for right now, I think what I want to do, even though it'll stink, I think I'm going to, well, I do have enough iron pipe now. I am going to go ahead and cook some of this stuff up. So, campfire, might as well set it in here. And I need a cooking grill. Anything in the output automatically gets ejected to your inventory if there's room when you go to craft something. So that's a nice little automatic thing there. Need to put the grill there, the meat there, and a minute 15 seconds worth of fuel. So let's see here. Guess I'll have to do this. Oh, don't need that many. Take one out. Take two out. That should be fine. So I'm going to let these cook. And then I will have some food for the road. And then I'm going to head out and see what I can find. Let's see here. It looks like here's where that wasteland was that I was nearby when I started. Spawned over there. And I just followed the road up this way, came across, came down, and I'm hoping to intersect with another road going this way, probably sometime around in this area. And then I will head back that direction. That's the idea anyway. But in the meantime, I'm going to let this cook. I have a little bit of food on me. And I'm going to go investigate the place across the street. So I will be right back. Okay, so I have decided that this is probably as good a place as any to set up a temporary base until I get a new one actually built. So I'm just going to go ahead and start offloading things that I find useful and will probably find a function for later or just think are interesting. But for right now, mostly based on utility. I have turned all but one of my short iron pipe into these metal strips so I can repair these two things that I found. A sledgehammer, great melee weapon, and a pickaxe, which is going to come into handy for making my base, because I'm going to do something different with this season, and that is I'm going to just make an entirely underground base. I think it should work, and as I understand it, the zombies probably won't hear me doing stuff if I go far enough underground, and on top of that, it'll be harder for them to dig down to me, and I don't have to worry as much about the roof collapsing the farther down I go, so I'm going to be using the pickaxe for that. But I did want to show you real quick. I went and got some murky water from the lake nearby. Let's see here, over here. And I also found I found 2 cooking pots. And now I just need to make some regular bottled water, and I'm good to go. I get the bottles back when I drink it, and now all I really have to worry about is finding and or making food, and at least for right now, I should be set. I've got a good bit of food there. I've got, where to go, these guys here, so I should be pretty much set. Now I just need to well, get some fuel to cook the water. But I am going to go ahead and explore a little bit more, see if there's anything down the road that's worth visiting, or see if the road connects over. But I think I'm going to wait until day 3, the morning of day 3, to do that, because I don't want to get stuck out at night. I have not looted this car, apparently. That's nice. That's just lead, and that's just lead. Or no, that's brass. Not really concerned as much with that right now. What do we have in here? Whoops. Metal. More metal. Lots of metal and feathers. As a matter of fact, I have almost 2 stacks of feathers right now, which is great, but at this point, I don't really have the... Well, I guess now that I have the pickaxe, I can produce a lot of bolts. Actually, why don't I go ahead and do that? Because you need to see how to... Especially if you've not watched any of this before, you need to see how to most simply make bullets. So let's see if I can find a boulder. There we go. Boulders can be broken down. These are the boulders, natural world spawn boulders. There are rocks that you can pick up, small stones, but the boulders will give you pretty much everything you need for making bullets, except for the bullet casings. You've got a lump of coal and potassium nitrate powder, and when you craft like this, you get 10 gunpowder out of these 2 items. I'm not going to waste them right now. For the time being, I'm more interested in using coal for fuel. And also you get these iron fragments, fantastic for making enough ingots to get you started, as well as some more small stones. Actually, quite a bit of small stones. Where was another boulder? I know there was another boulder around here. I saw it. There it is. So I had 17 small stones. Oops. Any stragglers? 17, there's 27. And it does break down in 3 different stages. Sometimes the loot splatters out, so you kind of have to walk around. There we go, 40. So, great resource for getting those different things pretty early on, especially if you can manage to get a pickaxe. But a stone axe will eventually break one of those down. It just takes a lot longer. So I'm going to go ahead and get some iron production going because, well, I want a fire axe. So I'm going to do that. I need to first show you how to make the ingot mold. For those of you who are new. Can I just hop up here? Yes, I can. That's a bad thing. You'll need the clay, which I mentioned before. You'll need to do this. And you'll get 1 iron ingot mold, and you need that in order to start creating the iron ingots. I'm going to go ahead and put this guy, whoops, up on the roof. Here in the middle. And I will grab some yeah, I'll grab this as well, and some books just to get started on the cooking. Alright, anything that produces iron, as long as you have the mold, which I forgot to grab, there we go. Put whatever mold you're going to be using in the mold spot, and then it will accept the material. I can put scrap iron in there. I can put this because it produces iron. I can put the iron fragments. So 41 is, it's basically 4 fragments equals 1 pound of iron. Whereas with this, it's a little bit more for the iron scraps. But it's going to immediately start cooking if you put some fuel in. Feathers do burn at a rate of 1 per second. So I've got a few minutes worth of feathers right there. I have a whole other stack, so I might resort to feathers. They seem to be mostly common, but lumps of coal will burn 40 seconds apiece as opposed to the 20 seconds apiece for books. And books can be turned into paper, which will be useful later on. As you can see, let's see here, what was that? 6 scrap iron turned into an ingot? Is that what it was? Went from 43. Oops. And don't worry if your forge runs out of fuel. It remembers there's a very faint progress bar off to the left of that there. But let's go ahead and put this guy in. It'll automatically dump it over here, and it will keep track of how much fuel you've put in, and it will bring from the bottom first. Was that a glitch? 220. No, I guess not. Weird. Oh, because it's already got some fuel in it. That's right. But I've got a few ingots there. So let's go ahead and... Do I have the sticks on me? Not quite enough. I thought I had more planks. Looks like I'm going to have to get some wood. I'll be right back. Alright, have all the resources for that now. The sticks, 2 iron ingots will get you 1 fire axe, and that will help you chop down a lot of trees. And it can be repaired with the iron strips, which the iron strips, just to demonstrate that real quick, you need an ingot to make some bars, and it will produce 4 of them. And then each bar will produce 3 pipes, and then each pipe will produce 5 of these metal strips. And that the metal strips are used to repair any iron tools: fire axe, pickaxe, sledgehammer, shovel, hoe, and repair tool, which will be coming in handy soon enough. So I'm going to go ahead and repair that anyway. But yeah, that's a good start, and that's actually part of the reason why I wanted to get at least to the fire axe, is to show how relatively straightforward it is to get started still in this game. But it looks like it's way past time for me to wrap up. I try to keep these episodes at about half an hour, and this one's getting closer to 40 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here now that I've gotten all the basic tools that I'm going to need, as well as some water nearby. And I will pick up the next episode with trying to find some other local features and then settling on where I want the actual base to be, which will probably be in the woods back maybe this direction. That way it's somewhat close enough to here that if I die, I can just run back up and get my stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up here. So, thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please feel free to leave a message in the comment section below. I will do my best to get back to you as quick as I can. If you like this video and you like what I'm doing here, please feel free to give a like. I do appreciate that. And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe so you know when my future stuff comes out. But I need to wrap up. So thank you once again for watching. This is Thorn of Night, and I will talk to you later.